curling set. Flexi rods. These are the materials that I'm going to be using. When you're sectioning off your hair, it's important to have the hair ties and the clips. You can use whatever product you want to style your curls. You can use whatever product you want to style your curls, whether it's a gel, a wax. You can just use water and oil, or you can use gel, holding gel, wax, or products that are going to keep your curls in place for a long time. Obviously, with those kinds of products, they do leave a bit of buildup on the hair. So personally for myself, I do not use too many. I like to actually just use oil and water because there is a buildup if I'm using gel or wax or something that's very heavy and strong. So before I get started with anything, I'd just like to mention that I did put a bit of almond oil in my hair and combed my hair out, and I will add more water. I added water earlier, but it's kind of dried because it's later on in the day now, so I will have to add more water when putting the curls in, because I find water helps to keep things in place as well as certain products. So yeah, I just like to mention that I did put almond oil in my hair before, just for shine, because I like my curls to be shiny. So, you know, using oils besides like gel and all that, because oil is natural and it's a personal choice whether you want to use something that has a lot of chemicals or not. But I do like this is natural oil. This product obviously has some chemicals to it, but I do prefer to have some sort of natural kind of, I do prefer to have something that's natural because it is better for my scalp. And I don't like to use heavy things too much because it does clog the pores. So it's a personal choice, you know. Sometimes you can just put oil and water and just have your hair a bit lightweight curls, or you can use something heavy. I think I'm going to use the heavy stuff today because I want my curls to last a bit longer. And it'll just be tonight. And for the other nights, I won't be putting any more heavy stuff because of the scalp buildup that the heavy products cause. So I'll just maybe, if my hair gets dry, just use the oil. Like I had mentioned earlier, I combed out my hair, and if you see any pieces, like gel kind of pieces or something, that's from I did a aloe vera gel mask some days ago, and getting that shit out of my hair is like, it's freaking hard, man. I've tried shampooing it out, conditioning it out, but just rinsing it out, and it just stays. So if you see any little pieces of stuff, just know that it's aloe vera gel. Like when you put on an aloe vera mask, even if it's liquid, even if you blend it and you put it in your hair, when it dries, or even if you try to rinse it out in the shower, like right away, it will still stay in your hair. So that's what that is. If you notice any like dust or weird things in my hair, it's not dust, it's actually aloe vera gel. So my hair is a bit thick. I don't know how to describe it, but the humidity obviously affects my hair, so I will have to put some water and products to help the curls stay longer. Just for reference, you know, make sure you comb out everything from the roots to the end, because that will make life a lot simpler, especially when you're using a fine-tooth comb, which you will need to use if you're doing any kind of curls, pin curls, roller curls. Combing things out beforehand is the way to go. The next thing I'm going to do now, dampen and wet my hair a little bit, because like I said, I find that when I add some water, like it kind of I don't know what it is, but it helps the curls stay. So just add some water. And water is natural, which is great. So this is a no heat styling method. No heat is used in these curls. So we're going to use certain products and things that require no heat, and water is one of them. When I use water, I find my hair comes out more shiny than if I just do it regularly on my hair. And I like to add a bit of oil as well for the shine, but water in general I find does the trick. Get the ends in. Okay. Alright. If the hair gets a bit too dry, I'll just have the water handy just in case. But it should be okay. So now we're going to section off the hair. Now we're going to section off the hair. I'm going to put on some music soon because I like to have that in the background. I usually start at the back, like at the bottom, at the back, because the back is usually like the most difficult part to do because you have to kind of do this. Like if you're doing it by yourself, you have to bend your hands like this. In the front, I find it's the easiest because you can see. So we can start at the back first since it's more difficult. So you're going to want to comb out the first section or first area. We're starting at the back. So comb it out with a big wide tooth comb. Then grab whatever section you want. You can use a comb to part it. You don't have to be straight with these kinds of curls. And then with your thin comb, thin tooth comb, this is also kind of thin, but this is good. Something that's thin to comb out all the strands before it goes into the roller. Comb it out first with a thin tooth comb, just so that everything gets rolled into the curlers. So thin tooth combs work the best, especially for small or smaller sections of hair. We're going to add our styling product after combing things out. I'm using a pomade sticky thing, so it's not going to be too chemically on my hair, which is what I prefer. This is mainly like a grease. It's not really wax or styling gel. It's more like grease, which is what I want because, like I mentioned earlier, oil doesn't really clog my hair as much as wax or gel. But ideally, I would prefer to just use the water and oil, but I'm gonna try the pomade. I've done pomade on my curls in the past, and I find that pomade is okay when it comes to me and my curls. It lasts a decent amount of time, and it doesn't really... Well, the pomade I used compared to this one was a bit more like wax, actually. So there was a bit of difference, but I used Murray's pomade in the past, and I found that it really helped my curls stay in place. So I'm just going to show you that again. Take the hair out. To get it like straight and all that, comb it out as much as possible with a thin tooth comb to get all of the strands as straight as possible before putting it in the roller. Because this is like a method you can use to add length to your hair. So you want to comb it out as straight as possible. Because we all know when the hair is curly, it shrinks. The rollers can be used to lengthen your hair because it's going to straighten it out a bit and stop your hair from frizzing. So the technique is to comb it out with the comb as straight as possible. Stretch it out with your hand as straight as possible, and then roll it. You don't just roll it how you want. You can comb it out straight first, then as straight as possible, roll it towards your scalp. Okay? Roll it towards your scalp as straight as possible. Comb it out as straight as possible. And the results will be better. That's what I find with rollers. So sometimes you're gonna have to hold the hair like this in place, especially if you have more hair and it's a lot more going into the roller. Roll it tight to the scalp. The tighter you roll it, the more tight the curl's gonna come out in the end. So rolling it tightly is gonna lend you with a tighter curl. Or you can do it loosely, it really depends on you. But also, if you want a tighter curl, use a smaller roller to make your curls more tight and compacted. That's also a nice style as well. A lot of people do that as a style. I find it suits a lot of people. But if you want a looser curl, you would use a roller like this, or even larger ones. This is a medium-sized roller. But if you want more bouncy, wavy curls or loose curls, you use the big rollers. I'm going for something a bit tight and medium. By the way, some people always wonder, oh, does the comb have to be straight with curls and all that? This is not box braids or anything. You don't have to be straight, like, unless you want to be anal about everything, then I guess you can do straight lines for the curls, but it doesn't really matter in this case because the curls will hide sometimes the parting, and I'm not doing a ring that's all the way up to the top, so it doesn't really matter whether you part straight or not for curls, unless you're doing a special formation of curls, then yes, but for just regular everyday roller setting and all that, you don't really have to care about straight lines, all right? There's a lot of hair in this, so I'm just going to part it again. I don't want too much hair in the roller. I'm going to shut up now because I want to listen to music while I'm doing this, so toodaloo! myself. I wanted a oval or pointy stiletto kind of nail. When you start to do gel nails, you kind of get the hang of them. I mean, when you first start out, it might be a bit difficult, but eventually you get used to it. Sorry, this isn't as straight as I want it to be. Let me comb it out a bit more. Yeah, so I was going for like something gothic, but not too dark. So I did like a lilac or mauve color. I was also thinking, should I do black and then white gothic letters? But another day I'll do that. I'll do that style, like the black and white. But now I'm really liking this color. Sleep in these. Now I do have flexi rods and I'm gonna do another video for that. You know, those are easier to sleep in, but I'm hardcore and I find that the curls I get with these rollers, the hard rollers, are a bit more structured than flexi rods and they last longer, so I'm used to sleeping in them. I've been doing that for years. You know, my grandmother taught me and all that. Caribbean grandmothers are not easy. Even my European grandmother's the same. Like I think, you know, that their generation, they from the like 1950s, they like to roll their hair in these types of rollers. So, you know, it runs in the family. But I will do a flexi rod tutorial. So to sleep in them, I just kind of use a scarf. Any scarf will do, but you know, try to find a scarf that's silky, or even if you have a silk scarf, that's even better. Basically, for your strands to stay nice and shiny. Like I said, the whole goal for me is, when it comes to curling and rolling my hair, is to have bouncy, shiny curls. So if you use a silky kind of material, that would be ideal for protecting the hair and for keeping the shine, especially if you used a product and you want to keep the shine for your curls. Try to use a silky scarf, or you can sleep on a silk pillowcase. And if you aren't able to sleep in these kinds of rollers, you can use the sponge rollers, or you can use flexi rods. Flexi rods, you know, the flexible, bendable ones. And I will show you guys the finished look tomorrow. I'm just going to open everything up. Roll it up gently. I have some myrrh incense going. I like frankincense and myrrh when it comes to incense. Spread it out a bit, loosen it a bit if it's too tight. If you want it tight, you can leave it tight, but to make it a bit looser, you just go in with your fingers like this. So now I'm done. I have my pen. milk. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more tutorials. I also do cooking recipe videos and travel lifestyle. So yeah, if you like this type of content, feel free to check out my other hair tutorial videos or just check out my channel in general. I hope you have a great day. Take care.